Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to take you through a full week of workouts. I'm going to share with you everything that I do. So if you are new to the workout game, then I got you covered for motivation, or if you just want to see some ideas for booty building, but also not neglect the upper body, I got you covered as well. So now without further ado, we are going to get it started. So for this lower body glute focused hypertrophy program, this is how my split looks like. For Monday, I start off with glutes, and Tuesday it's gonna be chest, tris, and shoulders, push muscles, and Wednesday it's gonna be the upper booty because I wanna mainly target it to enhance it to catch up with my lower booty gains. And for Thursday, it's the side booty. And Friday is going to be a rest day. Saturday, total body, mainly glutes and shoulders. And for Sunday, it's going to be back. And for this video, I'm going to start off with Wednesday because I started filming with Wednesday first, and it'll make sense if you start off with Wednesday as you watch this video too. What I want to add up is you don't need to wait for a certain time to start off with something if you have a plan. You don't need to wait for January or a Monday. You can literally start it right now today. Starting off the Wednesday upper butt day with a pre-activation routine. I do that for almost every butt day. And I started this one off with knee flex kickbacks. I find flexing the knee to work harder on the upper butt, touch more of it. And I did that on the side, outer side too, as well as the inner side of the thighs, kicking back into that. And I also did some side hip abduction. You can also call them fire hydrants. And I also did glute circles. I am obsessed with those. I do each of these movements for around 10 to 12 reps, repeated for around 1 round, but depends on how much I feel it for the isolation too. And if I need to, I go 2 rounds and then I move on to the main movements. For the main lifts, I have the hip thrust. Make sure that you have the posterior pelvic tilt in and also gets the other techniques right. You can check out on my other video right here. And then I moved on to the sumo squats. I am only using 1 dumbbell here, but you can also replace that with 2 dumbbells, 1 on each side, and this will be an extra stimulus for your burn. And after that, the forward lunges. I'm only using single dumbbell just like before, but you can also use 2 dumbbells. This will be really killer. What I've been doing is note my AMRAP almost every week. So before, I noticed that I haven't pushing that hard in the gym, just going with the flow. But if you push for AMRAP, you will be making sure that you're almost close to the potential that you can fully go. Or at least you can know what percentage of these full potential you are in. For example, you could be in the 85%, almost close done to failure, or it could be 75%. So basically what I do is for each movement, I write down the rep. Basically I am doing around 10 to 12 rep range. It could go down to 8 as well, but I'm comparing that with every week I do. I'm comparing that. And then for my final set, I repeat that, do that till failure, and I see how many reps I can do and compare it with what I have been doing normally. So I have an idea of if I have been pushing that close to failure, or if I'm just doing like 50% of my total repetition that I can do. After the main lift session, where I rested for 3 to 5 minutes in between each exercise, I finished off the workout with a burnout superset, and that includes some crossover glute lunges and glute hyperextensions. As for Thursday, the pre-activation workout routine is similar except that I added clamshells and side plank with hip abductions. Plus, I added 2 other movements to make up my warm-up / pre-activation routine. Then for Thursday, the side booty day, I did hip thrust again with abductions. You can also use a resistance band if you want. And then the duck walks. These are killer for your quads and your glutes. So if you definitely want to build them, you want to check them out. I can barely do more than 10 because they are just fire. And I also did side lunges, do them with dumbbell on each side of the shoulder, another killer one, and then ending off with sumo squats. As a finisher, I did quadruped side glute kickbacks. I know this is an interesting combination, but sure, it works and it burns. And then I superset it with some frog bumps. Saturday, the main lifts were Bulgarian lunges, sumo squats, sumo deadlifts, and shoulder presses. As before, I go 4 sets total with repetition range from 8 to 12. And I compare my progress from one week to the next, just as I showed you before in that little notebook. What I do is I look at the maximum repetition that I can do until I feel, and count the repetition range, and if it falls beyond 15 reps, then I do that procedure again for next week, but with an increased weight. Only when it falls between 8 to 12, then I try to increase the repetition, which is, in other words, is increasing the volume. So yeah, that is how you track your progress if you don't have a barbell and you only have dumbbell and you want to see the increase in the repetitions and the weights that you do. As a finisher, I did some curls work to get some guns. So Sunday, back day. Usually I do pull-ups at my normal gym, but for this one I have to go to another gym because I plan to collab with one of my friends who is also a personal trainer, but unfortunately he couldn't be there, so I was just alone, just trying to film in such a crowded place. But what happened was some drama thing. Some guy walked up to me and asked me why I am pausing in between my workouts. You know, he has no idea what I was doing, what my fitness status is like, what I'm even doing, how my workouts looks like, and why was he even at the gym looking at other people and critiquing what other people were doing. I was just like so confused, like, what do you mean? And what he said was, "Oh, you look like just some newbie who doesn't know what to do in the gym." And that somehow got me a little pissed, but I was just like gentle, and you know, I just told him back like pleasantly, "I'm just filming for my YouTube." And that's when he stopped and he's like, "Oh, you're that person who says like click the notification bell and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so he just left. No, some drama. I've been in several times in those places. Ladies, if you're watching this, I totally understand how you must feel, especially if you're new to the gym and there are just so many guys around and you feel like someone is watching over you. I totally feel it. But if you ever face that kind of problem where someone walks up to you and critique your stuff, Just know that you're not alone. You have an online community. Plus, this is not their gym. This is your gym too. And someday you're going to kick ass and you're gonna prove them wrong. Show them what you are, okay? But for now, yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get back into the workout. For the back day, the main lifts I did were lat pull downs, seated rows, and standing cable rows. I also did some other superset movements, such as with the dumbbell rows, and also did some rear stilts, but I just couldn't film it because there were too many people around there. And I also finished up with some hip abduction movement, just like to edit it because I always really love this machine and I just want to try it because I don't have it usually in my other gym. Monday is pretty self-explanatory. I did the pre-activation movements as before, and the main lifts were hip thrusts, sumo squats, just as I told you before, with dumbbells on 2 shoulders and some sumo deadlifts. And I ended up with some single leg deadlifts and some side hip abductions with a dumbbell on it. So now finally, the last day, which is a Tuesday, I did the warm-up with 2 little 5-pound dumbbells. I did some chest flies, and then I did some sort of pressing movements and some sort of triceps to activate my baby triceps. Then as for the main lifts, they were normal chest press and a decline chest press. I'm not sure if this is how you do it, and I wouldn't recommend you to do it, but I still find it comfortable. But if your gym has a regular decline bench press, then I would suggest using this. But this is the only bench I could find, so this is what I'm doing for the decline chest press. And I also did some tricep dips. My goal is to do the normal tricep dip, but with dumbbells hang onto my leg, and it could be like 20. And then I finished off the workout with some tricep and shoulder movements. That is how every week of training looks like for me. So I'll be in this program for the next 2 months until I go to my grad school, and I will be even studying at a gym. So there I will be having a barbell and I'll be working out with a new program, so I'm excited for it and I'll show you around. Let me know down in the comments below if you want more vlog style too, because for this one I initially filmed it in a vlog style, but it turned out too long and I was like, who would be interested in it? Otherwise, we are going to end this video. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below of what type of videos you guys want in the future, and I will see you on my next video.